Welcome to SCP-shorten, Part 7. Begin! SCP-500, the red pills. I think that's what it's called, because I honestly don't remember. Object class safe. Okay, so what this SCP is basically it's a pill bottle with 47 pills that can cure all diseases, but it can only be used for emergency only. Because there's, well, only 47. And until we find more, yeah. I don't think we should use any. Even if it can cure all disease. SCP-409, the quartz crystal. Object class Keter. I don't know why I said Keter like that. But yeah, it's a Keter class. SCP-409 is a quartz crystal that will turn everything except for granite into quartz crystal. And then those crystals will shatter, which destroys all the items that have been touched with the quartz crystal. SCP-231, the 7 brides. Object class Keter. Okay, so these 7 brides have something to do with the Scarlet King. I bet if you're a very old fan of SCP, you probably know what the Scarlet King is. And honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if you didn't. Because it's one of the older concepts. But 231 is the Scarlet is involved with the group Children of the Scarlet King, which is involved with the Scarlet King itself. Which is one of the older concepts of the SCP Foundation website. And basically, each one of these have birthed a monster that's now a documented SCP that has caused a crazy amount of casualties. In 231-7, the last one alive, because all of them die when they give birth, is said to when it will birth the end of the world. Now, SCP-999. Let's talk about it for a second. What do you think? Why do you think I brought up SCP-999? Because these resemble the actual children of the Scarlet King that was birthed. But the last mother, resembling 231-7, then gave birth to something to stop the Scarlet King, SCP-999, the bringer of joy and happiness. Also, 682, who is the 4th child, SCP-007, Object class Euclid, nickname Abominable Planet. I don't know how to pronounce that. But basically, this is a planet that's occupied and which is made of soil, and water, and but the states are in different ways that have never been recorded in history. And basically, there are at least 2 main species on this planet that occupies it, that are intelligent. And they seem to be in the 50 the 5,000 years. Like, they have horses that carry them around, and kings and things like that. Now, and well, the guy that has this thing taking the place of where his stomach should be actually does not feel discomfort or pain from it, and is actually interested in it, and wants to learn more about it. And I quote, he said, when asked about it, I just woke up one day and there was. Also, he's given us a bunch of things on his background, but we could never find anything about it. The guy seems to be pretty chill. Now, it's time for the bonus. Yes, we are going to always start adding bonuses. Yes. And today's bonus is SCP-007-J, the Muffin. I think that's what it's called. I don't know its object class.
Guess who's
But basically, what happened was a guard and a guard. There was a guard eating a muffin with another guard. They were guarding an SCP. I don't know which SCP. And when the guard that was eating the muffin looked away, the other guard grabbed the muffin and ate it. And when the guard turned back and saw the muffin missing, he didn't think that he was eaten. No, what he thought was that it was an SCP that didn't want to be eaten because it looked like a muffin. So, apparently, he thought it may have had legs and ran away. Then he filed the reports, and then the other guard told him what happened. And that's why it became a joke SCP. Because it's a weird SCP that's funny, because you know what, that's all joke SCPs really are. They're just a joke. They're not serious. They're not something serious that you should know about. So they're not dangerous. So that's why joke SCPs are going on the bonus side. So yeah. Anyways, it's a funny story, so that's kind of what I told you, and, yeah, that should be it. Goodbye.